Hey guys, Charles here, 2003 AP Macro FRQ. All right, let's see if we can do this. Obviously, comparative advantage. Assume the two countries, Atlantis and Xanadu, have equal amounts of resources. That lets me know it's an output problem. They have equal resources going in, but what they compete on is what comes out, what they can produce. 30 cars, 10 tractors. 20 cars, 40 tractors. All right, which country has an absolute advantage in the production of tractors? If it's an output problem, whoever has absolute advantage can produce the most. So we're talking about tractors. Tractors, it looks like Xanadu has absolute advantage for tractors, as they can produce the most. Ooh, what is that? Tractors. My pen's doing something strange. So Xanadu has absolute advantage in the production of tractors. Which country has a comparative advantage in the production of cars? And we need to know about opportunity costs. Explain how you determine your answer. Now, clearly, I can look at this and see that Atlantis can produce way more cars than Xanadu. Obviously, I'm going to assume that Atlantis has the opportunity cost for cars, whereas Xanadu has the lowest opportunity cost for tractors. But we need the numbers, so we're going to come in here and make our little chart. Remember, people, countries on the left, goods on the top. So let's do Atlantis here, Xanadu. Then we have cars and tractors. All right, Atlantis can do 30 and 10, 20 and 40. Now it's an output problem. If it's an output problem, our math is over. Output is over. So 10 goes over the 30, 30 over the 10, 40 over the 20, and 20 over the 40. 40 into 20 is 0.5, 10 into 30. 10 into 30, obviously 3. This would make sense, right? Look at that. I was just surprised by the numbers. They're so different. Usually they're fairly close, but obviously because of the crossed PPCs here, Xanadu has very low opportunity cost of producing tractors. They're much more efficient. They give up least resources. Obviously this implies that this is 0.33 here, whereas this is 20 and 40, which would be 2. Obviously we're going to look in the columns, and we're going to find who has the lowest opportunity cost. Atlantis has only, for one car, they give up 0.33 tractors, much lower than Xanadu that for one car gives up 2 tractors. Lowest opportunity costs are the ones who should produce it. Understand how to read these. For one tractor, Atlantis gives up 3 cars, whereas Xanadu only gives up 0.5 cars. Obviously, they should produce it. Which country has a comparative advantage in the production of cars? Obviously, it is Atlantis. And we would say that their opportunity cost is lower. For one car, Atlantis gives up 0.33, whereas Xanadu gives up 2. 0.33 is obviously lower than 2. So they have the lowest opportunity cost. You would want to write it out better than I did it here, obviously. Lowest opportunity cost because they only give up 0.33. That's what they're looking for, is that opportunity cost number. That's the whole reason they ask that, is they want to see that you can figure out the actual what's given up. If the two countries specialize in trade, which country will import cars? Well, obviously Atlantis should produce cars, so they would import tractors, whereas Xanadu should produce tractors, so they would import cars. So which country will import cars? We would say Xanadu. And we would say as they have comparative advantage in the production of tractors, they therefore will produce tractors and export tractors and import cars. So just make sure you explain that so that they understand that you know what's going on. If the terms of trade are such that one car can exchange for one tractor, explain how Atlantis will benefit from such trade. So one car, we're talking about Atlantis. So one car for one tractor. Right now, for one car, Atlantis gives up 0.33 tractors. So think about this for just a second. If for one car, they would be totally happy. Let me erase this. For one car right now, they're totally happy. They would exchange 0.33 of a third of a tractor for one car. They wouldn't ever exchange that because they're not any better off. But the idea here is that they could exchange 0.33 of a tractor for one car and be no worse off either. We could say it like that. So if for one car they could get a whole tractor, they would definitely be better off. And I think we would just explain that they would, yes, they would, it would be beneficial. And then we would explain that presently one car would equal 0.33. They give up 0.33 if they could get a whole tractor. They would absolutely benefit. All right, guys. Thanks. Take care. Bye.